We call breakfast, but they have it like cheese and.
Okay, guys, it's 6 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and start the landowners forum. Once again, I'm having issues with my voice, so I will do my very best to make it last throughout the meeting. Tonight, Greg is going to bring the microphone around so that people on YouTube can hear everyone. So if you'd like to speak, please raise your hand and give an indicator, and Greg will bring you the microphone. Please state your name so people on YouTube know who is speaking, and then speak into the microphone. To begin tonight, we wanted to give everyone an update on where we are at with DNR. We did request a 90-day continuance on our appeal. The reason for that is we believe we are very close to having agreement with the DNR. Things are looking favorable, we think. So we just needed a little bit more time to work things out. And if we do have an agreeable arrangement, then we will not have to go through the entire appeals process. So that's why we asked for that 90-day continuance. Other than that, things are pretty quiet as far as issues that we are actively working through. There are some things that we discussed tonight that are just at the beginning phase, but we wanted to spend most of this time with any issues that you, the landowners, want to discuss. So at this point, we will open the floor to you. So is there anything that you would like to talk about? Yes.
Yeah, I got a few things. Oh.
Here, microphone.
Just did all that. Sean Whitley, is this karaoke night?
Yes.
Okay, so my stuff is kind of just general.
State your name, please, John.
Oh,
sorry. Okay.
I'm Bill.
Got
General security. So I've talked to JR about a few of these things. I want to make sure that we're getting better security cameras on our gates. I've had a few incidents recently where things have been stolen at the gate and I'm not able to track it down because we're just not sufficient with our cameras. So I think we're going to get there. I think we want to make sure that our mailboxes.
Sean, you've got the microphone sitting on the table, and when you hit the table with your hand, yeah. So hold it up.
I'll sit it down. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to make sure that the security cameras are a little bit more prioritized than it had been, just so I can track down what's going on. I've had stuff stolen at the gate, and at this point, there just isn't enough coverage to track down anything that's going on.
In the past, we've always focused on the gate. And with the theft that happened out there, we're thinking maybe on at least that particular road, because it gets a lot of traffic going back and forth, that we might put some cameras on their mailboxes, because apparently, was it FedEx or UPS?
It's FedEx. So FedEx is, I don't know if everybody is experiencing this, but FedEx is just dropping stuff off on the public road there right in front of the gate. So what's happening is people driving by are going to see packages just sitting out in the open, and it's a race to get them before it gets stolen pretty much. So I don't know if there's much we can do about FedEx. That's a different conversation. We probably need to have maybe contact them and find out what their policy is. If their policy is moving forward, just leaving them by our mailbox, then yes.
FedEx just 2 weeks ago came in the gate, and I have a deck box up at the top of the road because I don't want them coming down my driveway. But they dropped the package off, so they know how to go through the gate. So I don't understand.
They drop everything off in front of the gate, probably going back almost 6 months. I probably had like 8 or 9 things dropped off outside of the gate in the public. Bill, same with you, right?
Well, I was going to say I talked to
Microphone, Lenore.
I talked to a new driver
Friday. And he said there's a lot of new drivers, but they are not supposed to drop them at the gate. So he's thinking they didn't have the gate code. So,
And didn't want to spend the time to call.
Yeah.
Me go out there.
Friday, he drove the package to my house.
You also might want to look
Checked
at
my starter.
your
Okay.
FedEx, I don't know what you'd call it, account or whatever, delivery instructions. Maybe it says something
No,
about.
I'm pretty clear with the gate code with everybody, and this is just within the past. It's actually just FedEx. UPS is fine. It's literally just FedEx.
and he said they're not supposed to be doing that.
Okay, so, I mean, that's one thing, we should find out if that's not their policy and if there's anything we can do with, like, work with FedEx to make sure they deliver them to our homes.
What we're trying to do, Sean, we're gonna put a job box here on site, here at the office. So from now on, we're gonna talk to the landowners. It'll be a secure job box with a key in the mailbox here. You have the code to get the key, you then have the key to the job box, but you're gonna have to start labeling your packages to be delivered to this address. That's what we're working on doing.
So that'd be an option.
Right.
So then it will be in a secure lockbox here. The packages will be delivered. It'll be an
So
inconvenience
if
for
you're really
you.
like a computer or something, you could say, I want it dropped there. That way you know for sure it's gonna be in a lock.
So it'd be like those big Amazon drop boxes they have.
Yeah, but we can't afford one of them.
It'd be a private.
But it would be
Forms.
like a construction steel sided.
You can also talk to FedEx, or not FedEx, to wherever you ordered whatever it was, and say, they're not delivering it to my house, stuff is being stolen, so I'm not
Yeah, no,
receiving my
I've had to
package.
file police reports on this, and
Yeah.
I'm doing that. Their question this is why I brought this up, their question is, please forward us your video footage from your gate. Then I have to explain to them that Forbes doesn't provide video footage for our mailboxes, it's a black hole, there is no. That's why I brought this up, let's just at least make sure, because this may happen again, I'm pretty sure other people in the future might come across this scenario if FedEx decides to just drop them at the gate. It's helpful for all of us. Let's just get more security around that gate so that when somebody like me has to file a police report, I can say, yeah, we might have video footage and, oh, by the way, here's the plate number and you guys can go track them down. Right now, we can't do that. We're not capable with what we have on the security camera.
Yeah, those cameras aren't really wide view. I mean, they're about like that. So if we're gonna go onto the mailboxes, I'd have to get another camera for that, at least at his
A
gate.
couple of gates,
Yeah.
Dillon Gate's another problem.
We discussed this at the pre-meeting, and we're gonna try to have a secure job box here as a common drop-off point. We thought about just having the office, but then they'd have to come during office hours. And so that way, people that work, that can't get here during office hours, will be able to have access to the locked job box, which will be here on site. And that's, instead of putting larger mailboxes, almost $10,000 at every gate, we are opting to try this, give you an option, a second option, to come here and pick up your package. And if it's a very valuable package, even if it's a very valuable package right now, and you feel that you can have it sent to the office, have it delivered here during business hours, and then come and get it if you need something in the interim, instead of taking a chance.
No, that's great. I'm glad you guys are doing that. That's a great option. I'm gonna add to that though, like that'll help a little bit if you're getting a big package delivered from FedEx to kind of just ship it here instead of hoping they don't drop it outside of the gate. But the other thing relating to these boxes is USPS. So USPS, I guess now more frequently is just holding onto our things. I don't know, is everybody driving into USPS a lot more recently than
If
they
it
were?
doesn't fit in the,
You have to go down here for anything that won't fit in the mailbox.
Right, so here's just a question. Right now, we have a 1 square foot mailbox for USPS.
No, the box will be out there.
Is it possible to have something other than just a 1 square foot? Maybe we have a 4 square foot or a 5 square foot mailbox for USPS?
That's like $8,000 per gate.
$8,500 to put them in every gate.
Just put
one
one,
bigger mailbox, and it's still probably not
You
gonna
can't
be.
put it in one and not all. Everybody has to be treated the same, so we have to put it in every gate.
so 85, did you say 8,500 for one single mailbox?
For her gate.
No, not per gate.
For all
No,
gates.
no, for all
For
the
all of them
gates.
altogether.
For all
But-
gates. Oh.
That, I mean, we should probably discuss that, because then if it's for all of Forbes altogether, and it's gonna be more package security.
But we will have to see how big that box is, because
I agree, yeah.
then you get a box larger than that, you're right back in the same.
Yeah, right now it's a 1 square foot box, and I would like to see at least a 4 or 5 square foot box if we're gonna go down that road.
Just remember, if we're doing that one box, your package will be in with everybody else in
Everybody's,
that community.
yeah.
But why can't they use the same system they're using today, where they put a key in and only one person has?
So what if there's multiple big packages that day?
So we have to deliver them to the rest of our neighbors ourselves.
Well,
Which is what we've done. We've
Well,
gone to
but
the
it's-
post office and picked them up.
it would be the same situation they have with the 1 square foot box today, so they can only fit one part, whoever is first goes in it, and the other ones, they have to go pick it up. I mean, that's better than nothing, which is what we have today. They're holding anything that is just remotely not close to that 1 square foot mailbox. So I would say that, my vote would be, we just reuse the existing key system, and first come, first serve for that, right? There's not a lot of us that live here full time that get mail delivered.
JR, how big?
You'd be
have you looked into
surprised
the bigger
how many
mailbox?
packages come.
Salisbury doesn't make a big enough mailbox unless you go into like the Amazon mailbox system, and that's like $15,000 just for that. I think it's 6 cubicles that are, like this big. But I did look into getting like a construction job box. We gotta, make sure it's mounted to something, so there's gonna be concrete expense, there's gonna be that cost of the job box at least. And then locks and stuff like that, and that's why it's the 8,500, and that was an estimate.
Okay, and that would be 4 or 5 square feet, like at least.
It would be a toolbox about that long and about that tall and about 2 foot wide.
We're working on, JR, Dirk had one, a job box. The big job box that stands about this tall,
Right.
it's
There's
about
bigger
4
ones.
feet long, 4 or 5 feet long. And it's on his property right now, so we may have that available soon.
Okay,
But it will be here for everybody to use. And again, we're gonna have the same system. There may be 4 packages in there for 4 different people. So we'll have to put a camera on that to make sure that our own people are honest, And so, but that's the temporary plan right now. That would be the fastest solution for the big problem.
And it'll be outside.
the
So
one
you don't
here
have to
is the
worry
solution for FedEx. What I'm talking about also is USPS, so.
Right.
There's,
You won't.
USPS is gonna have to be at our gates, because they're not gonna come here, right?
If you
If-
address it here,
It
that's the
will.
key. If you put the address on your package to be delivered here, then it can be put in the job.
The problem is, and you may have this as well, but we don't know what size the box is until it actually comes. So a lot of the time you think you're ordering something small and they throw it in a giant box and you have to drive all the. Exactly, so we're blind to how big the box is gonna be, and we end up driving into Edwards USPS just because Amazon decides they wanna ship everything together in a bigger box. So it's hard for us to anticipate, I guess is what I'm saying, what address to tell where to go where, because we have no clue as to what size that box is gonna be until after it's delivered. That's why I was thinking that,
Well, even if we have the larger boxes at the gate, you have no idea what the box is gonna be. If we spend the $10,000 to get a larger box at the gate, there still might be packages that are gonna be over that size.
well, I'm hoping, I've never seen any package I've ordered over like 4 or 5 square feet, so I would hope if we keep it within that general ballpark, that's 90% of our packages. We don't have to cover every single size range, but if we can get like 90% of it, it saves us all a lot of trips into Edwards. The other option, I think what you're saying is we're just always coming here, so that's a bit of a pain in the butt. If we're just always, especially for the people at the other end of Forbes, I mean, where we live, that's fine, but there's people over by Turtle Pond, I'm guessing that would really be a big pain in the butt for them. If they're gonna have to have a half-hour drive to get their mail.
Well, we have to look at the cost. The one that we looked at, I don't know how big the box is, but it's a larger box than the 1 foot square, and that's almost $10,000 now. Like he said, if we have to go even bigger than that, the cost could really escalate to get it at each gate.
Is there any reason why we can't build our own? It's a box, right? Is there a reason why we can't?
I mean,
build a
we
box?
could do wood boxes, but that's not very.
Or even
secure.
a welded, metal sheet box?
I couldn't build it that cheap.
Okay.
Sheet metal is just astronomically expensive right now. Any metal.
Okay. All right, then it is what it is. Probably whatever it is gonna be worse.
How big were the packages that you had stolen?
They were probably like two square feet.
You never saw
probably.
them.
No, I saw them on the picture, because FedEx,
Oh.
if you're tracking it down, FedEx showed me a picture of it sitting right beneath our mailbox. And obviously, when I went there, it's not there. So I can tell it looked like it was around 2 square feet, cubic square feet approximately. But again, you don't know until after it's delivered what size that box is gonna be. So it looks like something, if we only have it here and there's nothing bigger by our own mailbox, then it's almost something where every single thing that we order that is in a box, we're gonna have to come here for it because we just don't.
Well, the thing that we could do is put the larger ones, spend the $8,500 to have a larger box on each gate and still have the job box as a backup for a very, very large package. Because
Yeah.
I'm thinking that the job box is not gonna cost us much money. In fact, it might be donated. And so, once that's here, but then again, we still have the problem that you have to have the correct address. So,
The problem you run into, and we've been discussing this, is also, it's fine, to put a box out there and have it locked. The problem you're gonna have, and it's something we have to figure out, is now USPS has to have a key for it. Amazon has to have a key for it.
FedEx.
FedEx has gotta have a key
Mhm.
for it. And
At this point,
it's something to try to figure out.
I get it, but at this point, it's just better than nothing. We have nothing, and I'm getting my packages
Oh.
stolen because of that. So
You
I'd rather
realize that
start
I
with
had-
something.
I
And,
myself had one stolen.
right, it sounds like I'm not the only person
No,
then,
you're
so
not.
let's just start with something, even if it has flaws to it, and then we'll build on that.
And how many of the,
We'll
about
just- we'll need the ones with
77 or 80
mailboxes.
houses here, how many of
Only
them
need
will
the
have the
ones
FedEx
with mailboxes.
say they
Jumped
do,
in.
and then.
There's not a lot of us that live here, right? I mean, we're in the busiest neighborhood, and there's only, four of
did
us.
you get the
So-
package that I put on your front porch?
Yeah, and thank you, so I haven't seen you, thank you for doing that.
I just wanted,
If you didn't,
even though I heard it, I don't know you got it.
So,
even, like, if you didn't do that, that may have been stolen too, so, thank you, I appreciate it, Bill. That was nice of you.
oh, it's-
So you stole his package?
so, at this point, I think we're still gonna brainstorm and look at options, look at cost, and if you guys have ideas, please email them in.
Yeah.
And
We merged into boxes and stuff, which is important, but I started this off with just.
with
better
security,
cameras for
yeah.
now, like, that's an easy win.
So that
and
can
is-
also be
Right.
things we can look into and costs, put out costs and look at it. Okay, are there other issues that people would like to bring up?
I'll wait till the end.
Wait till the end, okay? Anybody else?
I mean, I can keep going, I got another one.
We got another one? Okay, great.
All right, so, thank you.
Sean, we need that so the people that are watching can hear.
I get it. Just a suggestion, and maybe it was related to my FedEx stuff going missing, but there were strangers camping close to us over this past month. And I don't want to blame them for my missing boxes, but just a suggestion, like we have alerts that go out when there's, Lenora, thank you. There was a high-speed chase the other day. That was great to know that stuff. It would be good if we could do something similar for unknown strangers camping close by to your house, you know, and that would.
Someone's got to report it.
Yes, and it's got to go out to everybody that is in that neighborhood at least, so they're aware. And if we do that, then we're all a little bit more safer in these scenarios. So I just think that maybe that's.
I think that's completely doable. You just have to call me and then I call Lenore and tell her to put it in.
Okay.
I think that you and Joe both confronted the gentleman. And Corey and I went over to visit him, so
different way.
we're working on that diligently to get that solution solved. But at least you guys showed enough neighborhood
See, I didn't pay attention.
watch to know it was aware, and I think Lydia, you said too that they were there, you had seen the tip. So the neighborhood watch, that gives us 8 or 10 eyes on it instead of just 2. And everybody appreciates that, working, protect your neighbor.
I never saw them drive back down the road one side, because I asked them, if you're staying here, why are you driving down here?
Yeah.
If you need water or food, medical, come knock on my door. If you come messing around with me, we're gonna be a different story. Come messing around with my stuff.
Yeah. Neighborhood watch is great, it really is.
Right.
And have each other's back, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything for us to, I mean, what Lydia was just mentioning is my dock got robbed as well, my utilities. So, you know, I don't think there's anything you can do about that. That's fine. I think it's just, we focus a little bit more on some better cameras and kind of show people that are driving by that, there's some level of security here. I think that would be helpful. There's obviously nothing Forbes can do about dogs.
They got me the same night they got shot.
Yeah, this is not, I mean, I've been unfortunately robbed like 3 times in the last 3 months. So this to me has not been a safe spot so far. So anything we can do to kind of beef up a little bit of security would.
Your home or your dock?
My dock has a utility shed and that's where I keep all my fishing gear and poor Bill is just up from me. So what we think happened is they circled up Deer Creek and just jumped onto docks and just raided everybody in one night with whatever they can load into their boat and then took off.
That's a problem with the whole lake-wise.
Well, I've been here 18 years now, and that's the first time it's happened, so.
Yeah.
I feel fortunate because I leave everything right sitting in my boat, right out in the open. And of course, that's gonna change things now. It is what it is.
I would suggest claim on lines.
That's
I
unfortunate.
was thinking, yard sticks, sector of fire.
Okay, any other items? No, okay, so for people on YouTube, we are going to switch my glasses on over to the next section. Up here. That's it. So it's not me, not responding.